Disc 3 we have 4 episodes: Rage, Static, Subterranean, and Hydro. Rage for me was alright. I wasn't too fond of the whole community service commercial rolled into an episode format, though I really did enjoy the ending at the Thanksgiving dinner, a scene with a group of characters we never could have dreamed of in earlier seasons. Static was a bit different from other episodes we've had. Clark is truly on his own, seeking out zoners, while the rest of the characters are left with their own problems to deal with. Subterranean kind of took on a Ryan feel for me, as Clark helped out Javier, taking him under his wing. In that respect, for me, it was a little bit like Fragile as well. Hydro, don't get me started. I hated the cast of 90210 when it was on in the 90s, and A Generation of Time hasn't seemed to have helped that at all. It was, however, party to one of my favorite scenes this season where Lois gets to regale us with her story of kissing the Green Arrow. On Disc 3, because we have 4 episodes this time, there was only enough space for one deleted scene, and that is from Hydro. On Disc 4, we have Justice, Labyrinth, Crimson, and Trespass. Justice was a spectacular episode. The return of Flash, Cyborg, and he who we shall adoringly call Fishstick, alright, Aquaman, was great. Being a Chloe fan, getting to see her command the zoetrope of superhero especials was magnificent. I really loved that they included her in the Justice League scenes. I didn't know what to think of Labyrinth at first, but in the end, I felt the confusion added something to the episode. It gives us a better feel for what Clark was going through and offered a look at an exciting alternative Smallville universe. Crimson was a great episode for Clois and Red K lovers alike. Those who are party to both religions must have had the time of their lives. Clark's leap with Lois over tall buildings in a single bound was an added treat for the Superman faithful. Trespass allowed Lana to steal the show. The scene of Lana staying in Clark's bedroom, rummaging through his things, was very cool indeed. Holding her old necklace really set an emotional chord through the hearts of Lana fans everywhere. Again on Disc 4, we only have deleted scenes, and those are from Labyrinth and Crimson. Disc 5 has Freak, Promise, Combat, and Progeny. Freak marked the beginning of a whole new story arc for Chloe Sullivan. Learning she joined the ranks of the Meteor-infected was almost a bit heartbreaking, but it really showed the depth into which Clark and Chloe's friendship had evolved. Promise was the wedding episode that I really wasn't waiting for. Lex marrying Lana for me was, well, yeah, a bit creepy. Yes, I know we have some very faithful Lexana fans out there, but they seem to be far and few compared to the other popular ships. The best parts of this episode were between Lana and Clark. Lana finally gets to learn his secret. I really didn't feel too bad for Chloe being a pawn in her trickery because, well, I felt it was time for Lana to know. And I'm especially glad this wasn't an episode filled with numbing mind wipes. I was really left wanting more from Combat after it aired. I really didn't feel this episode and the whole Seek and Destroy Zoner storyline was heading anywhere. For me, this story was more about who looked sexiest in their costume. Progeny, maybe more so than Freak, is Chloe's episode. Seeing Linda Carter in Smallville was an absolute bonus. I loved that she got to play Chloe's mother. This episode also gave Allison Mack the ability to showcase her amazing acting. Again on Disc 5, we only have deleted scenes for bonus features. There's one for Freak, another for Combat, and finally, one for Progeny. So to round things up, we have Disc 6 with Nemesis, Noir, Prototype, and Phantom. Nemesis to me was an excuse just to show Clark bleeding again in front of Lex, to set back Lex's suspicions that Clark was more than human. The star of this episode in my mind was Lana. I really enjoyed Kristen Krug's acting when she brought home the briefcase from the hospital. That was by far my favorite Lana scene of the entire season. Noir is sort of a relic of the Season 6 DVDs. The black and white scenes were really fun to watch, and I thought the creators did an amazing job at giving it a very authentic feel. I give special kudos to the props department for everything from the vehicles to the wonderful old switchboard. While this really didn't move us forward in the whole Clark storyline, for me, it was a welcome detour. Prototype really helped take Lex to the next level. I really enjoyed seeing him embrace his dark side. Parts I didn't care for, though, were the whole Lois part of the storyline. There was one scene, however, that I did enjoy, and that was at the end where Lois was weeping over Wes's body. However, I think Clark's empathetic glance really helped sell this mournful ending. In Phantom, the Smallville world gets turned upside down. Everyone's future seems a bit uncertain. Clark gets in a battle royale with Bizarro, Lex getting arrested, Lana stepping into the exploding truck, and of course Martha leaving for DC. But there also was something else that happened in Phantom, and that of course happened between Lois and Chloe. What the heck was going on there? I think Chloe gets the Freak of the Week award for having the most abstract ability. I'm sure the creators wanted to give her something unique, something that's never been done before, but wow, that is out there. All of this will leave us with some interesting questions to be answered in Season 7. For bonus features on Disc 6, we have 2 deleted scenes, one from Nemesis, another from Phantom, and a trailer for Superman Doomsday. Also included in the Season 6 DVD set is the little booklet that you get with an introduction from Al Gough and Miles Miller. You get a cast listing of Smallville, including Oliver Queen and Jimmy Olsen. You get an episode list by disc, including the special features on each disc, although the Superman Doomsday doesn't appear on there. There's some really cool photos throughout, but overall it's pretty much what you would expect and what has been provided in previous seasons. If you purchase your DVD set at Best Buy, you'll get even another bonus feature, the visual guide to Smallville, including updated Season 6 information. This is a mini-sized version of Craig Burns' Season 1 through 5 visual guide, available from KryptonSite.com. I have to admit, I was not aware of the existence of this guide, or that Craig had written it until I opened my DVD set. Sorry, Craig. As I mentioned, you get exclusive Season 6 coverage not found in the previous visual guide. There are a ton of photos, and a really great history of Smallville. Craig did an amazing job, and being an authority on Smallville, I couldn't think of a better person to write it. So this wraps up my DVD review of Smallville Season 6. I want to thank all of you for visiting my watch list on svfan.com and wish all of you the best in Season 7.